Have you aired up your tires? Y'all know it's brake check week. Y'all might want to make sure you do it. Stay tuned. What's up, everybody? Y'all, we are back with another video. Y'all, I'd always suggest to you drivers, if you don't have a tire gauge, get you a tire gauge. Because I checked the tire here, because especially during brake check week, they're going to be looking for anything and everything. And y'all know Kentucky and several other states, they've got the sensors, the infrared that actually checks and looks for heat signatures on your tires and look and see if you've got a low tire. Well, I mean, it wasn't too low. It was at 100. I looked on the specs. This tire here actually calls for 120 psi. Tire over there actually called for 105. Another one called for 120. So you need to look at your specs on your tires right here and look and see what it's rated at 120 or whatever psi code. Y'all have your air chuck for your airline. You get the rubber thing, but like 40 bucks, I think, or something like that. 40, 50, or 60 bucks. Get the good yellow or orange hose, because these are like really flexible, unlike those real hard ones that are like real hard plasticky types. Get the good bendable rubbers, because they don't get cold and stiff in the cold weather in the winter. So yeah, get these. But you should always check this stuff, y'all. I've got them on all my trucks. I've always had one. Always had a tire gauge. I mean, so you can check your freaking tires. Like I say, we got this one up to, where's the camera over here? Right at about almost 110 on this tire. It was right at 100. Still sitting about 110. That's the downside to using truck air sometimes. The truck air really only puts it up to about 125 psi. And then it won't kick back in the compressor until it knocks down a certain. So sometimes you have to just sit here and actually bleed the air off of your air tank, off the chuck, just to get the compressor to kick back in, especially with these high profile tires or high PSI tires. Now the 105 PSI tire, that's no problem. But the 120s here, yeah, because it's not going up at all. So when stuff like that happens, you just bleed your air off like this. And push in the cabin, bleed it off until you bleed the air tank down some to where the governor will kick the air compressor back in on the truck. And then it should kick it up to a stage where then, of course, air pressure is always built on your tanks to 125, so that'll help get at that point. See, the air compressor just kicked in and just bled off. So now we're back at 125. Well, now maybe I can get this to build up more than 110. That's the trick to it. If y'all ever using these and you got a 120 psi tire, always check for, like I say, just take the end of your tire pressure thing and stick it in your freaking air chuck here to bleed out the pressure to where it drains the tanks up, where the air compressor kicks back on. Now I bet I'm building up. I'm probably gonna get it to 125. I'll be here all day long trying to do it. And since I had to pay for reserve parking because there's no free spots here at this TA in Florence, Kentucky. Yeah, see, now we're up to about 117. If I try to go up there to pump it up, I'll lose this freaking spot, and people are steadily taking spots. Even though it showed only, there were 51 paid spots, no, 71 paid spots. There were 55 still available. When I pulled in here, there weren't actually maybe 4 of the paid spots that were open. So that means people are still parking in them in the reserve spots that they shouldn't be in. So yeah, so that's why I say keep an air chuck that we don't have to depend on going up there to the shop to pump up a tire. Yeah, we're still sitting about the same thing. I can do the same thing, bleed it down, but I'm only going to get a couple PSI. So, you know, is it really worth it? Well, you know, just to try, just to make sure, just to keep DOT, you know, off our butt. Okay, kick it back in. But yeah, y'all, like I say, y'all, always do your pre-trips, your post-trips. As soon as I shut down, especially on resets. On resets, I'll go over everything with a fine-tooth comb. Just like I climbed underneath, I adjusted the trailer brakes and I adjusted the tractor brakes. The front disc brakes weren't bad. They were right on. But I did have one drive axle here that was way off. The other ones were a little hit and miss. The trailers were okay. I had one on the trailer that was way off too. So on resets, that's when I really go through everything with a fine-tooth comb. Take advantage of your resets, maximize your time. Go over your trailers with everything with a fine-tooth comb. Look for leaks and all that. That's the best thing I'll tell y'all. Keep an air chuck or air line. Keep a tire pressure gauge, y'all. Anyway, that's just my tip for this Monday morning. Remember, y'all, it's Blitz week, y'all. Y'all stay safe out there. Roll light, roll easy. Watch out for DOT. We'll catch you on this video. Peace out.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go.